Welcome everybody to yet another episode prediction video for this week's upcoming episode of The Walking Dead. This is Season 8, Episode 11, entitled Dead or Alive or. It's kind of weird because there's like another or there for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if it leads into the next title of the next episode, episode 12, but hopefully we can find out. Or if it's just like a cliffhanger, like you're dead or alive or undead, or something like that. Or you wish you were dead or, I don't know. I don't know what it could mean, but it's definitely an interesting title. It kind of leaves us on a bit of a cliffhanger, like leaves us thinking, what else could it be, dead or alive or, Anyway, there's a couple of sneak peeks. There's one little tiny sneak peek. There's like a 1 minute sneak peek or so, along with a promo for the episode. And this episode looks interesting, man. It does. It really does. But as always, we are going to start off with the synopsis. You can follow on AMC.com. I'll put a link in the description below. Daryl finds himself in bad company as his group heads to the hilltop. Maggie makes difficult decisions at the hilltop. And Gabriel's faith becomes tested. All right, so we have some things here that we can go over. First of all, Daryl finds himself in bad company as his group heads to the hilltop. Now, I think this kind of leads me to believe is there's going to be tension in the group. I think I don't think it's going to be like another savior or anything like that in terms of bad company, but I think it's going to be bad company in terms of there's a little bit of tension, and I think that's going to come into effect with Tara and Dwight. Not necessarily Dwight because he's just kind of there, he's tagging along, but Tara wants him dead. We all know that. Tara wants him dead now, sooner than later. And I think she's going to make a big deal out of it. I think she's going to basically say, oh, I can't go on, until he's dead. And that's, that it's kind of annoying. She is kind of annoying. Now, I understand why she wants revenge. He killed Denise, but what she doesn't understand is he was instructed to do so. That like he never wanted to be this type of person. He only was this type of person to protect his own girlfriend or his own wife, basically. Who is now obviously Negan's wife, or was until she left. And she's got to understand that he didn't really have an option. It was either that or he was going to die, and his wife was going to die as well. Not saying that's an excuse, but Denise is dead, which is unfortunate. But you have to think Dwight's sorry about that, especially now that he's helping them. He's helping their group overcome Negan. He's being this inside man for them, and he's risking everything because his wife is now out of danger. She left. She escaped. And, this is his opportunity. This is his opportunity to become the guy that he wants to be instead of the guy he's forced to be with Negan. So that's what I think. That's why I think everybody should cut him a break. But again, Tara is just so fueled by the fact that he killed Denise, and she wants revenge on him. I don't know what's going to happen there. I don't know if one of them are going to, take it. I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen. Or is she going to get over it eventually? I have no idea. I really don't. It's going to be interesting to see the bad company, if you will, between Daryl's group as they head to the hilltop. Because in the promo, they're not in the safest situation either, because they are heading to the hilltop and they have to go through basically a swamp that was too unsafe previously for the Saviors to go through, which is why Dwight wants them to go through it, because the Saviors wouldn't. You know what I mean? It makes sense. It is dangerous. It's a big swamp. There's walkers underwater, as we see in a sneak peek with Rosita almost getting bit by a walker, but she didn't. She fought it off in this little 20-second sneak peek. Again, links to the sneak peeks and the promos and stuff like that will be in the description for you guys to check them out. And it's just it's a dangerous situation, and for that to be dangerous, and adding on to the fact that Tara wants Dwight dead that badly, as we see in a 1 minute sneak peek on, their own. Tara is talking to Rosita at the time, and she's basically saying, how much longer do I have to wait? Why is he still breathing? Why is he still, alive right now? Why can't we just kill him now? And they explain that he can be a bigger asset to the group still. He still has stuff to offer. His cover's not completely blown, even though that girl did get away. We don't know if she's already told Negan or what yet. We have no idea. All right. It's going to be interesting to see. But he still knows like some of the Savior's plans. He knows their layouts and stuff like that. He can share with them exactly what he would think that the Saviors are going to do when they attack the hilltop, or, you know, whatever happens in the near future. He was one of the head guys, you know. You got to expect that he knows quite a bit, which is why he's still an asset to the group. But Tara just doesn't understand that. All she does is see red. You know, she just wants him dead, basically. And anyway, that's in the woods, in amongst all the danger. You know, she's taken the time to contemplate why he's not dead yet. You know what I mean? Now is not the time to do that. He is on your side. He's proved that multiple times that he's on your side now. Even though he has killed Denise, he has done some bad stuff. Everybody has done some bad stuff, all right? It just so happens that the people that have done bad stuff that are around you were on your side to begin with, if that makes sense. So she's going to understand that. I don't know if she's going to understand that, or whether or not the character's just going to have to go. I don't know. A lot of people want to see Tara go. I personally don't. I like the character of Tara, but I feel like she's already developed fully into the character that she's supposed to be. So I don't know. I mean, if I'm right, she is going to be going, you know. It's kind of a prediction of mine. She's not going to be lasting too much longer. If I'm wrong, then there's even more character development for her, of getting over this big death of Denise and forgiving Dwight and stuff like that. So that's more character development there. But I don't necessarily see her overcoming that unless she gets a stern talking to, which it looks like she is. In the promo, Daryl basically screams at her, basically saying Negan could be, you know, waiting for us at the hilltop. He could be here at any moment and we'll all be dead. This isn't the time to basically, you know, be doing this in the middle of the woods, in the middle of a swamp, while almost being attacked by walkers, trying to make our way to a safe space at the hilltop. This isn't the time to be arguing about whether or not Dwight can die right now. And that's Daryl, for fuck's sakes. Like, he wants Dwight dead too. And he's sticking up for him. You know what I mean? So he even understands the gravity of the situation. Hopefully Daryl's coming back too, because there was a lot of stuff that he went through in the first half of the season that kind of pissed me off. I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of stuff that he did. He didn't stick to the plan. It was really sloppy on his part. And it kind of got me a little ticked off with him. But I think he's starting to come back. I think he's starting to see the way, especially now that, you know, Carl is dead and all that. So, yeah, hopefully he does. It looks like he's leading the group pretty well. So, anyway, they're tracking through the swamp. Looks really mucky, really, really cool. The walkers that we're going to see, especially the one that almost attacked Rosita, looked really cool. You know, just completely submerged in water for whoever knows how long. It looked really cool. Like, the skin was like wrinkly, you know, it was all falling off, stuff like that. It looked really bloated, if you will. Not as bloated as the well walker, but bloated nonetheless. And like all seaweedy and stuff like that. It looked really cool. It really did. I'm interested to see the rest of the walkers that we're probably going to see in the swamp, because that was probably not the only one. We're probably going to see more. Is anybody going to take the bite this episode? I don't necessarily think so. If anybody, it's probably going to be Tara. I don't think she's going to get bitten, though. Carl, I mean, basically just got bitten, if you consider like his death being like just a couple of episodes ago. I don't necessarily see that happening again with another character this soon. I could be wrong, though. I've been wrong before. The rest of it, though, we have Maggie making difficult decisions at the hilltop. We see her talking to one of the saviors, the head savior there in the caged-in area where they're keeping the prisoner. Basically, she was telling him that she's cutting his rations, and you know that you're the enemy here. You know, we have you captive. We're cutting your rations. They're probably running out of food. You know, they're feeding them as well. So maybe they're not running fully out of food, but it's probably better to cut the rations than anything. You know what I mean? Not starve them to death, but it's definitely better to probably cut the rations. So that's probably the difficult decision that the synopsis is talking about. Gabriel's faith becomes tested. That's the last part of the synopsis here. And at the start of the promo, we actually see Gabriel and who? Gabriel? I don't know. I don't know who the other character is. I can't think of his name right now. Anyway, we see Gabriel basically, it looks like he's heading towards Alexandria. He's in the woods and he spreads apart basically like this netting. Like, it's kind of like a fenced in area, but it's like only netting, not actual metal fence. And he spreads that apart and sees, I believe, what is Alexandria. I could be wrong though. And it looks like he notices Alexandria is basically gone. You know, it's been burnt, you know. And I feel like that's what it means by Gabriel's faith becomes tested. He'll probably go to his church, probably. I'm interested to see that because we know that's where, obviously, Carl died, was at the church. That's where he shot himself. So I don't know if we'll see remnants of that or not. Maybe like the sheet or something. I don't know. I don't know what we would see, but it would be interesting nonetheless. And he'll probably go to the church and, you know, he'll probably pray. His faith will become tested because he realizes like this entire community that he's fought for and that he's grown to fight for rather, is now gone. You know, it's been burnt. Where did everybody go? You know, he might head towards the hilltop. Hopefully he does. But nonetheless, it should be interesting to see his development there as well. Because he still looks like he's tried to get over that sickness. He still looks very sick and pale in the face at the moment. So it should be interesting to see that. You know, what he's going to go through when he's still sick. He's still pretty sick, it looks like. So, like his eyes are all bloodshot, all red, stuff like that. And he just looks really drowned out in color. And it's going to be interesting to see what he goes through. Will he have to fight some walkers? Who knows? Who knows? But it's going to be definitely interesting to say the least. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I know we get to see Negan in this episode. I didn't necessarily see Rick in the promo, so I'm not sure if we get to see Rick in this episode. But it should be interesting. He's probably heading towards the hilltop, just like Daryl and all them, but he actually has a vehicle with Michonne, so it'll probably be a little easier getting there. And, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I got. That's all I got. I don't know if we're seeing Rick in this episode. Hopefully we do. I don't like to see very many episodes without Rick in it, but we have before. So we might have another one. Negan's in this episode. I'm interested to see what happens between him and Simon. Will he find out that Simon disobeyed him and kill all the scavengers at the junkyard? I have no idea. It's going to be interesting to say the least. And, of course, his reaction of the aftermath with Carl. I mean, we've seen most of it on the walkie-talkie with Rick. But to see that more in private would be interesting as well. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate you guys. Yeah, that was episode predictions for Season 8, Episode 11 of The Walking Dead, entitled Dead or Alive Or. Again, I do stream games like Fortnite and all that at 3 p.m. Eastern every single day. It'll probably be, I don't know, maybe a half an hour late today because there's a couple of people coming in. But anyway, I do stream nonetheless, and I encourage you guys to check it out if you guys like watching video games. I encourage you guys to come check out the stream. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.